your people. So, guess what? I've got another one. And this one is up there with the craziest ones, if not the craziest. And it is for sure an extremely powerful one for awakening people to what is going on this planet. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I believe Michael Jordan, possibly the greatest sportsman of all time, is being played by King Felipe of Spain. And there he is. So straight away you can see the resemblance. Obviously that was sarcasm because they look absolutely nothing like each other. Nothing. Now, if you actually really look at them and you spend a bit of time looking at them, the eyes, although different colour, you can start to see Jordan in the eyes. But seriously, this is the greatest mask that I've come across so far. Because for a white Spanish king to play Michael Jordan, the African American athlete, the iconic athlete that sells trainers by the bucket load, is actually a white guy. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. You know, but I've been into this long enough now to see that this is what's going on. These top-level athletes and celebrities, Hollywood and music, are being played by white royals. I cannot tell you exactly what is going on with this and how it is, but what I do know is these people live a long time. They are possibly immortal. And that's how they do what they do, because they have the knowledge of the universe. So Michael Jordan, you know, like, I love Michael Jordan. Such an inspiration. Back in the day, I was playing basketball because I loved Michael Jordan. And when I watched The Last Dance, I started playing basketball again. Because Jordan inspires me, as he does many people. Hence why he sells so many trainers still, even though he's retired. All age groups wearing Michael Jordan trainers. Like, you have, like, people that have probably never even seen him play are wearing Michael Jordan's trainers. This guy took the world and changed the sneaker game. That, you know, before Michael Jordan became partnered up with Nike, trainers were just sports things and hip hop people wore them. Now they're just this massive industry, and that was massively to do with Michael Jordan and his Nike Air Jordans. Now, I remember when Jordan 1s came out, and you could buy them on the market. They weren't a sought-after trainer, because Michael Jordan in 85 wasn't a big deal. You know, he was a rookie, 84, 85. So it was like, you know, the players at that moment, when I was first into basketball as a kid, was Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. They were the two players. And the Celtics versus the Lakers was the big thing. Now, I started to like Jordan, and I'd say when everyone started to really like him as this big sort of character, when Jordan 4s came out. Because these trainers, and I had a pair back in the day of these ones, the red, white and black ones, but I got them second hand because I couldn't afford them brand new. But they were no doubt taken to another level. These trainers are made iconic by the scene in the Do the Right Thing movie, which is a classic scene, although when you think about it, they're pairing Jordan off against Bird, white against black, and that whole Do the Right Thing movie is very much about that. And still to this day, these ones, which I've never had, one day I will purchase, but I'm not paying 300 quid for them, which they are at the moment, the Jordan 4s black ones, Like, these are still one of my favorite ever trainers made. They're just like an iconic trainer. So let's look at some connections. So obviously straight away we have Michael Jordan, number 23. So 23, 2 threes, 33. You got 33-degree Freemasons. Then we have Michael Jordan playing for the Chicago Bulls. Of all the teams, he's playing for the Bulls with a symbol that is based on Baal or Moloch, which is the same thing, which was ritual child sacrifice back in the day and what they are still doing today. And if you look here when it says Moloch, Moloch was considered the symbol of purifying fire, which in turn symbolizes the soul. He is associated with child sacrifice, and the concept of children being consumed by fire has led to Moloch being syncretized with the Greek god Kronos and his Roman counterpart Saturn, who consumed their own children. And this is Saturn stroke Kronos devouring his own son. So here we have Jordan with his Masonic finger to the head, wearing all his NBA rings. And why do people wear rings? Because of the rings of Saturn. So obviously Jordan with the Bulls won 6 titles, 3, then there was a break, and then they got another 3, and they called it the 3-peat. So 3 sixes. So Jordan, known as the king of basketball or the GOAT, and here he is wearing a crown. And then you have the Jordan 4 royalty, which is a nice little connection there. Then Jordan's known for smoking cigars, and here he is smoking his favourite cigars with his Masonic triad claw hand symbolism. But check this out. This is Jordan's favourite cigar, Partagas cigars. And if we zoom in, notice the little emblem there. Oh, look! It's got a royal crown there. Classic little link. So I Google what Partagas means, and Partagas actually means a person who has the potential to attain spiritual enlightenment. Which, you know, these people are spiritually enlightened. They just use it for their own means and not for the greater good. Which I guess when you think about is not really enlightenment, but they certainly know the knowledge. So then we have the height of Felipe of Spain, 6'6" supposedly. And Jordan is 6'6". So whether they are the right heights or not, we have them both as the same height, and their ages are very similar too. Not that that really matters. But this is when I started to see it. When I Googled King of Spain basketball, and I realised that he loves basketball, and he's been at a lot of the Spanish basketball meetings and games over the years. And here he is giving the trophy to, I think, the Spanish team or the Real Madrid team. I'm not sure who it is. Here he is at the Olympics with his wife. But this is what convinced me. His wife and Jordan's wife are so the same person, it is ridiculous. I mean, just look, they've virtually done nothing with her. Occasionally she changes her hair colour or whatever, but they are so... Notice the chin. She's got a really pointy chin, really sort of stand out sort of pointy chin. I mean, it's so blatantly the same person. And the height differences as well. Notice how tall he is compared to her. I mean, it's so... They are so blatantly the same person. But yeah, like the height differences, there you go. Jordan, they got the same height difference going on as well. I mean, it's the same woman, 100%. You know, it's crazy. So Jordan's got 2 daughters, and there's not many photos of his daughters on the net, which is obviously done on purpose. But he's got 2 twin daughters from this woman, which is his second marriage, by the way. And here's a bit of a better picture. And then if you notice the King of Spain's, King Felipe's daughters here, there they are there. And then you look close up there, and this is what 100%ed me. I mean, you know, to have two daughters similar sort of age, they've made the Jordan's daughters look younger, picturing them with teddy bears, and that's the kind of thing they do to make them look different ages. But 100%, they're the same people. Now, the story goes that Jordan's dad was supposedly murdered, and it was all very suspicious. But look what year Jordan's dad's killer is being paroled at. 2023. And also, Jordan's dad was supposedly killed on the 23rd of July. So you got two 23s there, like Jordan 23. You know, this is what they do. Blatant link up there. So let's look at Jordan's dad. This is Jordan's dad here, James Jordan. And then this is King Felipe with Juan Carlos, the old king, which is supposedly dead now, which I very much doubt. But notice the height difference of the two. Same height difference with Jordan and his dad. And then look at this. This is a younger picture of King Juan Carlos, the old king, Felipe's dad. And then when you put them close with James Jordan, you can start to see the similarities in the two. Obviously with masks on and changed. But to me, the eyes and the mouth give it away. Now, those that know my videos know that I've already done a video with King Felipe being the Manchester United footballer Eric Cantona, which is just mind-blowing to think that Eric Cantona and Michael Jordan are the same person. And when I thought about the logistics of this, I thought, how could they have done this through the 90s? But they have all sorts of tricks and things they do that we don't understand. But also the NBA plays on different days. The Premier League played on different days. They could have logistically made that happen. But it's still incredible because both of these characters were both massive iconic leaders of their sports. So if you haven't seen my King Felipe is Eric Cantona video, go and watch that. I'll put that at the end of this. But just to show you they're the same person, here's a few links. If you look at the wives, looking the same. And if we look at their retirement age, both retired at 30. And both gave reasons for retirement. Here's Cantona was very passionate about the game, but I'd always said when I lost that passion, I would retire. And Jordan retired at 30 and stated he'd lost his desire to play basketball. So yeah, I'm 100% on this. I know how they work. I know what's going on, and the links are there. It's crazy, and a lot of people aren't going to want to see it. But you know, I'm about truth. And the truth reveals itself eventually. And this is what's happening on the planet. The truth is being revealed. And I'm the first person that I can see to unveil this. And to me, this is massive. No one on the internet has ever talked about this as far as I can see. I can't say that no one's ever thought about it. But no one's done anything to document it. As far as I can see, Michael Jordan is King Felipe, the King of Spain. And I'm the first person. So if you're watching this video, know that you are one of the first people on the planet to awaken to this. And this is massive. This is massive. If we can get out there to prove to people that Michael Jordan is actually a white guy played by the King of Spain, it's just going to break down the whole illusion of what they've created with the NBA and all of the sports and how they have deceived us. But the awakening is happening and we are seeing through the veil of illusion. Hope you enjoyed this video. Peace!